Hey guys, I just want to talk a bit about parallel universes today. First, I'm going to put a link to a video in the description by Minute Physics, and it's about the theory behind parallel universes, to a certain extent. Of course, parallel universes are a very well-used trope in science fiction and fantasy. It's an easy retcon to stories that would otherwise have very lasting consequences, and sometimes writers don't seem to think that that might be a good thing. Don't you want your hero to be dead? Parallel universe counterpart. Of course, they've got the science a bit wrong, as parallel universes are created by every single action and inaction and possibility, whereas they only seem to go what if in general. But then again, there have been some really good stories with parallel universes involved. The ones that take a drastic look at the impact that the characters have on the world that they live in. Superman Red Son, for example, takes a look at what would have happened if Superman had, instead of landing his rocket as a baby in Smallville in America, what if he instead landed in Soviet Russia, and he ends up becoming the leader of the USSR after Stalin's death. It's a very, very interesting story, so I recommend you checking it out if you can. Marvel has been so devoted to the idea of parallel universes that they've had many different titles based around it. They've had ongoing series based around the idea of what if, including things such as what if someone else was bitten by the radioactive spider in Spider-Man, and what if particular events had happened differently in their universes. And these have spawned several interesting characters and several popular characters, such as Spider-Girl, who is a future timeline version of Spider-Man's daughter, and Spider-Ham, a pig version of Spider-Man in a world where everyone is animals. So they have Spider-Ham, who has a civilian identity of Peter Porker. Yes, that's ridiculous. Marvel also uses the Ultimate Universe, which is an alternate timeline from their usual universe, which is designated as Universe 616 in their multiverse. The Ultimate Universe has more lasting consequences, and the characters were more modern and slightly more realised, and there's been a lot of potential behind this idea. The characters tend to stay dead longer if they come back at all. The Ultimate line has tended to cause a bit of controversy as well, because their version of Spider-Man was killed, and very controversially, they introduced a new Spider-Man who was called Miles Morales, and he was black Hispanic, who has become quite a positive character. He's showing a different side of teenager-ness than Peter Parker would, and is very, very interesting. And he's been quite well written and drawn, and there's been some very interesting storylines thus far. So what are your thoughts on parallel universes? Are there any in particular that you enjoy? Tell me about them in the comments, or in a video response if you really want to. See ya. Free will, though it makes evil possible, is also the only thing that makes possible any love or goodness or joy worth having. C.S. Lewis.